Hello guys, it's Trading Loft here. So today we are going to be talking about two reversal patterns, and these patterns are almost similar in that they both purely rely on price movement and market structure movements, not indicators. The first one is a heads and shoulders. You can identify it using its three peaks. It has a left shoulder, which is a price rise, then a fall, then the head, which is a high peak, then a fall, then the right shoulder, which is a lower rise, and then a fall again. The left shoulder and the right shoulder are supposed to be closely similar. The second pattern is the Quasimodo. The Quasimodo features a left shoulder, which becomes a higher low when it forms the head, which becomes the higher high of that time. So, from the higher high, price must drop below the previous higher low for it to confirm that it is a Quasimodo. After completing this video, you're supposed to be able to tell the difference between the heads and shoulders and the Quasimodo pattern. Secondly, you must be able to simplify these two strategies so that you can better understand them. The third part is to understand the different types of confirmations you can use for these patterns. And fourthly, you are supposed to know the best entry points for these kind of strategies. Before we go any further, let me introduce myself. I am the Trading Loft, and I focus on making beginner videos to ease your journey into Forex. So if this is your type of content, remember to subscribe. And if you do not understand or have questions, remember to leave them in the comment section and I will be responding to you soon. I will be making more videos on more strategies and more ways you can ease your journey as a beginner. So let's get into it. Simply put, that is the heads and shoulders pattern, with the shoulders marked in purple and a central head protruding on the top. The shoulders are supposed to be closely similar in height. Next off, we have the Quasimodo. The Quasimodo features a central head protruding, and then there is a left shoulder which becomes the higher low of that session, and then it confirms by going lower than that higher low on the right side before coming back to equalize the right shoulder with the left one. Let's look at the similarities between these two patterns. Firstly, they both signaled a trend reversal, and secondly, they both have a middle peak which we call the head, which is higher if we are in a bearish setup like this one, or lower if we are in a bullish setup, which we shall explain in the other video. We move on to differences. The heads and shoulders focuses on symmetry. The two shoulders are around a central head and they are equally sized. The Quasimodo focuses on a break in market structure where price makes a higher high then a lower low or vice versa, thereby showing a shift in trend direction. Let's move on to confirmations. The first confirmation you can use is an engulfing. So, I recently explained these candlestick patterns in another video. Be sure to check it out. So today we'll be just browsing, not actually explaining about these in detail. Let's say you spotted a Quasimodo in the 5-minute time frame. You can go to the 15-minute time frame and then check if there is an engulfing. If you see an engulfing pattern in the 15-minute time frame, then there are higher chances that the Quasimodo is true because there is an indication, another indication of that engulfing which also signals a trend reversal. In other scenarios, even a trend line can be used to confirm that the Quasimodo is going to perform as you expected, like in the picture above. Let's move on to the next part. If you look closely, that's the heads and shoulders once again. If you check on the left side, there is a wick protruding from the blue candle going up to touch the gray zone and then coming back down with a big red candle. And then it forms a central head with a wick also, then coming down with those three candles to touch the shadow zone on the lower side, and goes back up to touch the top shadow zone before coming back down with a wick and those candles on the right side, then forming the heads and shoulders. For the heads and shoulders, you can buy with small lots when it confirms it's going back up on that red line. And after that, put your take profit somewhere close to the purple box and then put sell orders on that purple line so that you don't have to check your phone regularly. So when it sells, it automatically enters your positions from that point. let's move on to the Quasimodo. So for the Quasimodo, if you check after forming the central head, it then goes lower than the previous lower high, higher low. Oh, sorry, it's higher low than the previous higher low it forms on the left side. So after breaking that, it will confirm it's a Quasimodo. And if you check on the higher time frames, we're supposed to see an engulfing pattern. After seeing that, I wouldn't recommend you buying when it goes back up, because for the Quasimodo it goes in two ways. Either it retests early or it retests late. So if it retests late and you enter full margin, you might be in trouble. So how do we solve this? If you are a beginner, if it retests late, leave it. Don't enter any trade there unless you have other confirmations such as the trend lines confirming that it's going to sell. Without those, as a beginner, I would recommend you to just wait for those that retest early and sell from that red line, that higher low it would have formed, and boom, you will be in profit. So guys, it's Trading Loft here. I will be making more beginner videos, so remember to subscribe to my channel so you do not miss out. If you did not understand, remember to leave a comment in the comment section and I will respond to you as soon as possible. I will clarify where you did not understand up until you understand. So, see you on the next video.